Ako na ba? Hindi ko kasi hindi ko nakikita eh. But anyway, so hindi ko po kasi nakikita. Ako na dyan, sa screen. Ayun, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Pasensya na, nag-freeze po ang monitor ko eh. But anyway, so magandang gabi sa inyong lahat and welcome to Rockstar TV. Live po tayo ngayon sa aking FB page and sa aking YouTube channel. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Sa lahat ng mga nag-aabang sa aking sa Rockstar TV, marami po tayong i-discuss ngayon. Meron tayong special guest. And of course, we will be having my co-host, Ma'am Ayo. Yan. So, excited tayong lahat sa mangyayari ngayong gabi and we will be having our announcement later mamaya sa aming wrap-up ni Ma'am Ayo. Bati lang po tayo sa aking YouTube channel kasi kanina pa may mga naghihintay. So, pasensya na, hindi ko makita sarili ko ngayon kasi naka-freeze ako. Ano kaya nangyari? I am Zyrus Power. Hi po, ayan Ma'am Ayo. Musta daw Ma'am Ayo? Ninoy's Pinoy's Lifestyle. Magandang gabi. Good evening po sa lahat ng nasa YouTube natin and sa FB page natin. Please share this video po para mas maraming ma-inspire ngayong gabi. Ma'am Royda, Ma'am Edeline, Ma'am Marites. Thank you po, kapatid. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. And announcement muna tayo bago tayo magdire-diretso. Announcement natin sa Saturday. Bukas na pala to. Saturday bukas, no? Ating VIP business class. That's every Saturday, 5 p.m. po. And mamaya after this, meron tayong meeting sa lahat ng mga gusto mag-invest. There will be an investment opportunity na di-discuss natin. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday po yan. Schedule natin. 9 p.m. sa Zoom. So, PM nyo lang ako for the link. Pwede pa po kayong humabol lahat ng mga interested na magkaroon ng investment. And ating business bootcamp will be on September 26 and 27. Right? Okay, so yan lang po ang ilan sa announcement natin. And salamat sa lahat. And again, don't forget to share this video po. Okay, so mag-post muna tayo for some commercials.
We would like to thank our sponsors and affiliates. Elevation Models and Talents Management. Next Level Training and Building Incorporated. Lolet Cahipe. Great Life. Rockstar Skills University. One Media TV 44, Pampanga. GMGA Publishing. Dr. Spin. International Marketing Group. Contact us to be a sponsor.
Ay, hello po. Ako pala ulit. Yeah, dagdagan lang natin yung sinabi ni ako nga ba? Okay. Kasi pasensya na kasi may ano lang po na yung monitor ko po medyo nagkakaproblema lang. But anyway, so salamat sa ating mga sponsors today. Ma'am Lolet Cahipe from Great Life, Team Transformer. Salamat sa iyo for one of our sponsors. Ma'am Lolet Cahipe from Great Life, Team Transformers. Okay, so I think, yeah. So, Mamayo, nasan ka?
Hello, nandito na ako. Good evening, Rockstars. Good evening, Doc Gigi, the original Rockstar. And okay na yun, kahit wala na akong interviewed. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Thank you so much for watching us. Nakaka-anim na araw na tayo, Doc Gigi. And bukas naman, meron pa rin tayong special guest. And I think this is the time where I'll be sharing my my piece, Doc Gigi. And then later on, I'll be introducing our guest speaker. Tapos, ang ating
Sige.
guest speaker, makikikahan kami, no? Doc Gigi?
So, iwan na
Okay.
kita dyan, mamayo. Bye.
Okay. All right, one more time. Good evening, rock stars. Thank you so much for always watching us. And of course, I'd like to thank the Believers who watched me a while ago, an hour ago, when I had this live interview with our guest. And she's still our guest tonight. Kaya mamaya, nabibitinin ko kayo ng kaunti. Because what we're going to discuss is really about management in business. And this young lady is an epitome of that because she is so young and she is a top executive of an international company. All right, before that, Believers and ating mga viewers, I hope that you have already shared our video and please encourage others to also share this video para po mas sumami ang ating mga tribe. And of course, we keep sharing a lot of our great insights. Good evening, Gab Rodriguez. Thank you for watching. Ayan, Lester, my friend. Good evening, Doc Lester. Okay, ano nga ba yung gusto kong i-share ngayong gabi sa inyong lahat? Alam nyo, kanina I was watching some of TED Talks and one of the things that hit me was the simple line that Warren Buffett said. You know who Warren Buffett is. At one time, he was the richest man on earth until he gave a big chunk of his fortune to the Bill Gates Foundation, which made him second to Bill Gates. But Warren Buffett said, one important principle wherever you are, in business, in life, wherever. Sabi po niya is, speak up. Speaking up. You have to speak. Magsalita ka. Okay? Ang gusto kong i-zero in here is being assertive. Assertiveness in business. All right. What does it mean to be assertive? Assertive is being forthright, outspoken about what you want, who you are, and yung mga gusto mong sabihin about your wants and your needs. But there is something that you need to understand about being assertive. You also consider other people's needs and wants. So you're also being respectful of others. You are not dominating. You are not bullying. You are not being aggressive. Okay? So ang antithesis ng assertiveness is actually aggression. All right? Aggression means you are compelling people, forcing people to be on your side whenever you say something. Pag ganito ang attitude mo, you are losing the voice of other people. You don't let them speak. And it is actually a win-lose situation. Now, why is it important that all of us need to become assertive? All right, because assertiveness, when you bring that in a workplace, in a business, then you will be a good manager. Why? Because you will have no reservations. You will be there to really tell the people the goals you want to achieve for the company, what you want to happen, the target na ginawa ninyo so that you can increase your KPIs across the board. So when you are assertive, you can readily say what's on your mind. But again, in the workplace, it is deemed as a strong point because, of course, in business, it's all about, we do a lot of negotiations. Sabi nga po, it's not about what you deserve that you get. It's about what you negotiate. So if you don't speak up, then you cannot get what you want. All right. Another advantage of being assertive is you become a better doer and a problem solver. Bakit po? When you are a good communicator and when you are able to bring people together and discuss things on the table, then you also encourage other people to also voice their opinions. And therefore, if there's a consensus of this openness in a workplace, mas magiging madali po ang mga bagay-bagay and all of you will be able to contribute to the solution that you are looking for. And because you said it, because you say it, then there's accountability of you doing it. All right? And another advantage of being assertive is you can negotiate successful win-win. Okay? Sabi ko nga kanina, hindi pwedeng palaging win, lose, lose, win. In a lot of situations where you have to negotiate, make sure that you also consider the other party. Kasi pag ikaw ang palaging nananalo, kahit sabihin because you are the boss, you are the director, you will breed contempt among your office mates, among those who are with you in the department. If they feel so, parang naano sila no, na hindi sila narinig, hindi rin na yung gusto nila. Ikaw lang. Again, it's understanding, a mutual respect pagdating sa iyo at sa ibang tao by being assertive. And lastly, I think I'd like to emphasize this. It will help to become less anxious and stressed out. When your voice is not heard, when you cannot say what you want, pero nagbubugso yung damdamin mo, let's say you're in a meeting, you are meeting with your stakeholders or your clients or your potential investors, and then you're discussing very important na mga negotiation, and then hindi mo nasabi. Diba after that, even if you agreed, pero wala sa puso mo because you do not agree with the terms na napag-usapan, diba nakaka-stress out kasi hindi ka narinig. So same goes to other people when you do not give them the floor to also open their minds and their mouth and tell them or tell you what they want. So again, Believers and Rockstars, ang ganda na sinabi kanina kaya ginagamit ko na ngayon. So ating mga Coco Rockstars here, remember to become assertive. Speak up. But in the process of speaking up, don't forget to also consider other people's feelings, wants, and needs. Okay? Magbabalik po ang Rockstar TV after this short commercial break. We would like to thank our sponsors and affiliates. Elevation Models and Talent Management. Next Level Training and Consulting Incorporated. Lolette Cahipe. Great Life. Rockstar Skills University. One Media TV 44, Pampanga. GMGA Publishing. Dr. Spin. International Marketing Group. And we're back. I'm back. Ang bilis. Okay. Thank you so much, Believers. If you have some comments, please feel free to do that. And if you have some questions, while we have this second segment, please do so para ma-address natin. And if not, then probably later as we do a recap of what happened tonight, then Doc Gigi and I will be able to respond to those comments and those questions. Ngayon naman po, alright? Tumbukin na natin ang ating bisita ngayon. As a short introduction, our guest speaker, our guest, ano pala ngayong gabi is actually the Senior Vice President of Operations of Quick Start Manufacturing Philippines Incorporated. And you know what? She studied abroad at Brigham Young University in Hawaii. And she finished a degree in BS Hospitality and Tourism Management. But overall, meron siyang 10 years of hands-on experience in the field of manufacturing, human resources management, and accounting. So young, she's so young, but she's so accomplished. And ngayon marami tayong matututunan sa kanya pagdating sa pagmamanage ng isang negosyo as an executive. Okay, Miss Naila Irmamina Person Burgos. Kinumpleto ko. Naila, pasok na.
Hello, good evening, Rockstars and Believers. Hi.
Ayan, may konting pa-thrilling muna si Naila. Ayun! Good evening, Naila.
Good evening.
It's good to have you on Rockstar TV. Yes, kanina lang magkasama tayo, no? At iba yung pinag-usapan nating topic. Ngayon naman, iba ang topic natin. We're putting on another cap and another hat, rather. So, Naila, you are the Senior Vice President of a company in... please tell us something about your company. Ano ba to? Where are you involved? And what are the specific roles that you do as in your own company, in your company?
Okay. So, Quick Start Manufacturing Philippines Incorporated. We manufacture all kinds of athletic uniforms for export to the US. So, we supply itong mga all kinds ng mga sports apparel, even masks, lahat, name all the sports like basketball, football. We have our own brand, and then we supply also to other brands in the US, Canada, and other areas of the world. So we have 3 factories here in the Philippines and two, nasa China sila.
Oo. Naila, what is the employee size of Quick Strike?
Ano nga po yung medyo choppy?
Ano yung size ng ano natin sa company? How many employees are employed in Quick Strike?
Okay. So sa Quick Strike, I am managing, aside dun sa mga aming partner factories, they have their own management. But all in Quick Strike, no, I handle ang aming creative department. So we have a group of graphic artists. And then we also have our software engineering department kung saan I have direct management with them. So we also, aside from making all these goods and sports apparel, we also make websites and designs. So like for other big brands, like you can go to their websites and then you can customize all their products. Like for example, I'm gonna order my jersey. Instead of sending email to yung gusto kong picture, you can customize using the 3D
Oh,
websites for our marketing.
great, great. That's great to know, ha? And your company is actually located in Pampanga, tama ba?
Yes, it is located in Pampanga.
Naila, you started so young with Quick Strike, and now you are the senior vice president of operations. It must have taken a lot of skills and a lot of prowess to be able to do that. So can you just tell us briefly how you started with Quick Strike and how you really rose to the echelons of ano ba, top management?
Okay, so actually, first of all, nag-start ako dito sa Quick Strike. We only had one factory, partner factory in the Philippines. So when I started here, my first job was factory liaison lang ako. So what I do is like, I just, parang, I report everything sa US office. So what's happening in the Philippines? So basically the shipment, the production. I'm like the spokesperson, what's really happening here. And so in connection with the Miss Ayo's first topic about to be assertive, to speak up. That is really important. That's what I did para makasulong, makaabante sa buhay na ito. Sabi nga nung boss ko when he first hired me, Naila, I only hired you. He's an American. He told me, Naila, I only hired you because you have a good English. Actually, not very good pa nga because don't have the perfect accent. But I'm able to communicate. Because I think being assertive is you're not being scared to tell him, like, this is really what's happening in the country or in the factory right now. But also, when you speak up, you are not scared to to accept that you don't know what's really happening. Sometimes kasi hindi mo alam eh. Huwag ka mahihiya kung hindi mo alam and if you need to ask further questions. Especially, there's cultural differences. He's American, I'm Filipino. So Americans, they're very straight to the point. They don't have paligoy-ligoy. But then, I need to be assertive. I need to make sure na I can be able to communicate effectively yung mga mahalagang information to him without being, shy or without hesitation na baka magalit siya, ang dami kong tanong. Mga ganyan.
Oh, thank you so much, Naila. No, we are experiencing some difficulties with the audio. But just to recap what Naila said, sabi nga ni Naila, kailangan daw maging assertive at work because she's dealing also with other nationalities, particularly it's an American company. Of course, iba, meron tayong mga cultural differences and we have to address that as well. And Naila, can you still hear me, Naila? Oo, pero meron nga talaga tayong konting ngayon. Problem with the audio. I hope we can still have Naila back in the show. Rockstars, nandiyan pa ba kayo? Doc Gigi, pinangalanan ko na silang rockstars. Okay? So far ang ating napag-usapan ngayon is management and business. Thank you po, Miss Merly Sunga. Thanks a lot. Sinabi sa atin ni Naila that even if she was young at the time that she was hired in the company, and at the time, siya nag-direct. Kanina, nasa live din siya. Ang dami niyang magagandang pointers na sinabi. And one of those traits that helped her to float, helped her to move up the ranks in that company is her assertiveness. It's her style of communication. Minsan kasi nakahatan natin yung mga banyaga. Alam, okay naman tayo mag-English, hindi ba? Sa totoo lang. Pero pagkaharap na natin sila, parang ano yung dila natin eh, umuurong. And sometimes yung ating English hindi na natin naiintindihan kahit tayo. So one of the things that I'd like to advise everyone, mga rockstars when you are in business, when you manage people, when you are negotiating, importante po ang tinatawag nating communication skills. Because from communication skills, marami na po magsasanga-sanga dyan. Then you will learn how to overcome opposition. You will learn how to present yourself. You will learn how to overcome a lot of cultural differences. And one thing that I think, pag medyo bata ka, no, you are a young executive, is the intimidation from your peers who are older and much, yung mas matagal ang tenure sa company. Ibig sabihin, mas nauna sila sa'yo. And here you come as a young executive. Siyempre, medyo sinasize up ka pa nila niyan eh. So wag ka matatakot even if you're facing giants, lalo na pagdating sa pagdenegosyo, marami na pong nauna sa atin eh. We're thinking about doing this particular business or doing this particular activity, and then alam natin na may mga nandiyan na sila, mga giants, mga tycoons, yung sobrang nakapag-build na sila ng kanilang mga enterprises and what not, no? So if you are getting there as a newbie, as a novice, sabi nga po, hindi ka dapat matakot. Sana bumalik sa atin si Naila. Kasi ang ganda po talaga ng story ni Naila. You see, Senior Vice President of Operations already. She's only 31. Naila, you're back.
Yes, hello?
Hindi ka po yun. So, yes, we can hear you, Naila. Thanks that you're back and your audio is... kanina okay naman tayo, no, sa live interview, pero yung yata natin na yung because of the connection. Thank you so much po sa inyong pakikinig. Naila, ituloy na natin yung ating discussion. All right. What do you do when you are feeling intimidated by those who have been in the company for a long time or those who are seniors? Yung bang mas maraming may alam sa'yo, mas maraming experience, at yun nga. Tapos medyo sinasize up ka pa. You can favor or not. How do you handle that?
Oh yes, napaka-ano yan, that's reality, Miss Ayo, no? Na lalo na pag bata ka, lagi nila i-underestimate yung iyong ability because you have, maybe your experience, hindi pa masyadong kasing lawak or kasing laki, especially sa factory, no? Merong mga times na hindi ko naiintindihan yung mga ways nila ng production. So what you really need to do is to build your own personal brand. Look at yourself as a brand. It's very important that you conduct yourself very professional regardless how unprofessional your surroundings. So like for me, what I do is I constantly study everything, and then of course, I always build my brand by making an impression na I'm also learning really quickly itong mga bagay na may proseso sa company. Maraming mga times na may mga problema, kunya may mga conflicts between employees, and then they don't trust my judgment because bata pa nga ako. But don't be discouraged. No, those times, sometimes kailangan mo ding magpatalo ng konti or hindi mo masyadong take seriously yung mga sinasabi nila sa iyo. Sabi nga nila, the greatest quality of a leader is the ability to accept criticisms and corrections. So I've learned early in my life na you cannot please everybody. No matter how you try your best to work the best way you can possibly work, it is important to recognize na sometimes you also need to be corrected. And at that time na minsan naman kailangan mo ring, there are two sides. Dapat meron kang lamb, meron kang lion. No? Inaapi ka naman, syempre hindi naman pwedeng lagi kang lamb. Kailangan mo rin ipakita sa kanila na kahit ginto ka at bata ka, meron ka ring bagsik. Yun.
I love that. Palaban.
Yes. Means, kailangan talaga, Miss Ayo, kapag tama ka at nasa lugar ang iyong mga punto debate yan, no? You really have to speak up and use your assertiveness and seriousness. Kasi pag bata ka pa, tapos medyo playful ka, hindi ka rin masyadong seryoso sa ginagawa mo, nobody will take you seriously. So, you have to also,
Mm-mm.
because my personality, I'm very happy-going, I am very perky and very like, happy. When it comes to work, I also show them that this is me, this is my serious mode, my lion mode.
Galing, nasa-separate mo yung who you are, who is on a daily, I mean, kung kaibigan ka, but it's a different Nyla when you go to the workplace and you're wearing this position in the company. It's not really saying you're bragging about your position, but it is really how you conduct yourself in the affairs of the business. Tama ba, Nyla?
Yes. That's right, Miss Ayo.
Ay, nagtitigre po yung ating audience eh. Hindi siya lang, hindi siya nagko-cooperate niyan. Naila, so I just stressed out once again what you said about being a tiger and being a lamb. And depende yan how you're going to use that. Depende sa situation, all right? So you can just and when was have you lang? So we're trying to really get through. Naila, yan, that's a lot better. Sumunod siya
Okay.
ngayon. O Naila, can you just cite one example where you were able to display the tiger leadership in the workplace? Meron ka bang personal experience na talagang binraks?
Madami. Talagang ito talaga ang nagpatapang sa akin at nagtumulong talaga sa akin where I am today. I remember because when I started the company, part of it is to create policies. So sa human resources, when I was building it up and organizing the HR side, ang daming policies na kailangan mong gawin sa company. So maraming policy like yung mga leave, disciplinary action, the progressive disciplinary action, and all these things. And then when you organize this, you will now cascade. Once it is approved and it is already done and it is already written, you will now implement the policies. Siyempre, people, they don't like change, di ba? So they will really try to find faults o mali dun sa ginawa mong policy. Sabihin nila, bakit ganyan? Mali, parang hindi siya tama. Bakit ganito yung ginawa niyong policy? And then, minsan kailangan you are very, very confident din sa sarili mo when you explain the policy. So those times when you are trying to implement a change management, and also something that will, make magiging strict yung mga bagay-bagay sa workplace, dun dapat ilabas mo yung pagiging lion mo. So parang what is yes, what is no. And consistency is the key. You have to be consistent kasi marami talagang gagawin silang reason para mabago based kung saan sila komportable.
Yeah, there is resistance to change, resist policy changes. And Naila has shown to us, rather illustrated how she was able to do this. Yung minsan tigre ka. Eh ngayon naman, Naila, kailan ka ba dapat nagiging lamb? Kailan ka nagiging mabait na tupa pagdating sa mga tao sa paligid mo sa trabaho o sa negosyo?
Yes. Lamb, when you say kailangan lamb ka naman, no? Ito naman yung time na you are giving them teaching lessons. Because when you are also a manager, you don't look at your people na mga tao-tao lang yan, no? You look at them with potentials. Nakita mo sila na they work for the company and they also have their own needs. They also have their own challenges, personal challenges, and they also have their own dreams. No? Those times yung when you do the evaluation, when you hear their stories, or may ginawa silang mali, na pumalpak sila and then you have to discipline them. That's when, of course, after you show the lion side, then you show them the lamb. Meaning to say, you teach them how to reach their potentials. As leaders, we will be successful if we will create more leaders. And through those times of teaching them how to become one, then that's the time that you can show them your lamb side, that you also care and love them.
Ang ganda naman, si Naila talaga very composed, sumagot. Naila, I like what you said. Sabi nga, no, principles pagdating sa tao, people skills is that you praise the person in public, but you reprimand them in private, not the other way around. Sometimes, ang mga executives, baliwala na yung feelings sa kanilang mga empleyado, they don't praise at all and they reprimand in public. Tapos the manner of reprimanding is really hurtful, nakakasira ng moral ng mga empleyado. And I think that's one of the things na pwedeng ikasira mo as a leader or as a manager of a certain company or anything na where you will lead, where you are at the forefront leading people. Okay? Ang dami po natin natutunan kay Miss Naila. No? Thank you so much, Naila, for being here. Would you like to leave your final pieces of advice to those who are there, no, at the forefront, managing people, regardless of ano ba yung kanilang mga estado na ba? Are they young executives or have they been there for a long time? What are some of the winning habits or principles that you apply in the workplace that have made you achieve or have put you in that place wherever you are right now?
Okay, so first, I only have 3 parting messages to everybody, G-Leavers and rock stars. To become a rock star in the workplace, actually, I just wrote an article about this, how to be a star player in the workplace. So, number 1 na nilagay ko doon is really, number 1 is to be able to effectively communicate. No? If there is important message, being able to communicate well is the key to understanding. No, minsan may sinasabi yung mga employee sa'yo, may sinasabi rin sa'yo yung mga boss mo, you should be the mediator. You should be the channel of understanding. Kung saan you're able to explain to them ano yung kailangan ng boss at ano naman yung kailangan ng mga employees sa boss mo. And then there will become you'll be a more united team. It's so important na we are able to express this with respect and understanding. And you are able to respect different opinions. Kahit na hindi ka ayon sa sinasabi niya, huwag ka masyadong magre-react muna. Listen more. Understand bakit sinasabi niya yun. Okay? Pangalawa is constantly build yourself. No, huwag mo na intayin yung company na siya pa yung tutulong sa'yo na mag-isip kung paano ka mag-grow. No, be a game changer. Sabi nga nila, if you are really a game changer in the company, wag ka lang makontento kung ano yung sinasabing gawin mo. Lumabas ka sa box. At aralin mo, ano yung pwede mong mabigay sa company. Usually kasi pag employee ka, you're always thinking, what can you get from the company? But also remember, it's a cycle. What you get, also you think what you can give to the company. And if you constantly growing yourself, pag may challenge yung company, you can be the solution. And that will give you value. No, minsan gusto mo ng salary increase. Pero yung increase mo, nakadepende yan sa value mo. Ano ba yung binibigay mong value sa company? Instead of thinking na maraming mga bagay na dapat mong ginagawa sa office, isipin mo, ano yung pwede mong contribute para lalong maging magaling yung company. No? Pag may binigay sa'yo, don't settle for less. Always higher than the expectations. And lastly, siguro na lang, ang sasabihin ko is yung help your teammates. Help your teammates, no? Instead of looking, bakit wala itong ginagawa? Nagpi-Facebook lang to. Why don't you go to work and be an inspiration to them? No? Instead of finding, sabi nga, dahil sports company kami, kunyari sa basketball, point guard ka, huwag mo lang tignan yung center. Ang gawin mo, point guard ka, galingan mo maging point guard para madala mo sila. Diba? Yun sa game.
Wow.
And then, if you focus on that, of being an inspiration to them, malimot, sabi nga nila, you can change them, but you can inspire them to change.
Wow, great words of wisdom from Miss Naila Burgos. Miss Naila, it's time for you to invite them where they can find you, and of course, in how they can also take a look at the company Quick Strike Manufacturing Incorporated. Go ahead, Naila.
Okay, everyone, if you like, actually, we are hiring right now. We are hiring
All
senior
right.
programmers, software quality assurance. We are also hiring Python developer, PHP developer. If you are interested anything about programming, message me or you can email at hr@qstrike.com and send your resume. And if you want, you can also add me on Facebook and follow me on YouTube on my YouTube channel, Set Goals with Nyla. And there I share also some of my greatest treasures and wisdom. Thank you, Miss Ayo.
Thank you so much, Miss Nyla. We'll be back after this short commercial break. We'd like to thank our sponsors and affiliates. Elevation Models and Talents Management. Next Level Training and Consulting Incorporated. Lolet Cahite. Great Life. Rockstar Skills University. One Media TV 44, Pampanga. GMGA Publishing. Dr. Spin. International Marketing Group. We're back.
Hi. Hi, ma'am. Sorry, napagod ka. Kasi alam mo,
Kamusta ka
actually,
na,
Ma'am
Go?
Ayo, yeah, actually, medyo hindi tayo, I'm not really feeling well actually talaga.
Oo, under
Ah,
the weather,
yeah,
si
yeah.
Doc.
Meron tayong mga dinaramdam sa edad data or whatever. But anyway, so that was a very nice interview. Thank you, Ma'am Naila. Ang ganda ng mga sinabi niya, Ma'am Ayo. Magpahinga ka muna, ako muna mag-wrap up.
Yeah. Doc, backstage muna ako.
Hindi, diyan ka lang. Yung mga, mula doon sa mga sinabi mo kanina, be assertive pero don't forget to listen to other people also, 'di ba? Parang related nga kayo nung sinabi ni Ma'am ni Ma'am Laila. So sa lahat ng mga delivers natin, pwede ba akong bumati muna, Ma'am, ha? Ito kasi role ko taga-bati talaga eh. Sa ating YouTube channel, magbasa lang ako, ha, Ma'am. The Savage Visionary. This is my second time to listen to the live stream. Very fundamental to me. Thank you po. Thank you, Sir Noel. Duho TV, thank you. Mama Jalina Guarin, thank you. Cyril Balingkos, thank you po. Ma'am Alice, thank you. Rose Pamor, Ninoy's Pinoy Lifestyle Channel. Thank you po. And sa ating FB page, Ma'am Lynn, Ma'am Tessie, thank you. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Ritz Gabriel, thank you sa inyo. Nandito rin si Ma'am Alice. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Erica May. Kumusta? Salamat sa mga kapatid ko na nandito, Sir Lester, thank you. Sa inyong lahat. And salamat sa sponsors natin. Kanina si Ma'am Lolet Kahipe from Great Life Team Transformer. Thank you sa iyo, Ma'am Lolet. Okay, so balik tayo. So yung mga binanggit kanina ni Ma'am Ayo, napakaganda. Be assertive. Yeah. Kailangan din kasi ina-assert natin sarili natin, but but we also have to consider others' reasons and side. Okay? And doon si Ma'am Naila, ang dami niyang binanggit, Ma'am. Hindi na tinatanong, I don't know, pero hindi naman yata dapat itinatanong. Bata pa si Ma'am eh, early 20s niya ba, Ma'am?
Oo, matutuwa yan si Naya, no? But she's kanina, she's 31 now. Bata pa rin, Doc, di ba?
Okay. Yeah. Akala ko nga nasa ano lang 20 si Ma'am. So, Saan ba yung sinulat ko dito? Nagsulat naman ako, Ma'am Ayo. Nagsulat naman tayo ng mga ano natin, ng mga naringgan kay Ma'am. Yeah, gusto ko yung pamisan-misan lumalabas yung ano pagiging lion. Ah, kaya lang Ma'am Ayo, ito hindi ko pa siya nailabas sa sarili ko eh. May lion ba talaga sa akin? Hindi. Kasi ito na yung galit ko eh. Ito na yung todo pag nagalit, hindi na. Ma'am Ayo, ikaw ba? Paano ka nagagalit?
Ako nagagalit? Oo, syempre, I think every one of us, dumating sa point natin yung nauubos yung PC natin. Of course, we have our expectations on people as well. Tapos, meron din tayo minsan pressure coming from the top management kapag empleyado tayo. I mean, at some point, we're also like that, Doc, di ba? Ako, I still have my 8 to 5 day job. And minsan talaga, you know, meron tayong mga clash with people when it comes to personalities, ay maiwasan yan. And yung tinatawag nating deference nila to upper management, hindi pa rin natin maiwasan yan, that some are resisting your leadership or not even acknowledging, not really your position, but your leadership mindset, sabi ko. Yeah, may mga pagkakataon na gano'n. Ako naman, Doc, pagka ganyan, pagka mali, tapos meron tayong pinagbabasihan, I really speak up based on what we both know. Kasi maganda yung, it's not really the matter of who is right, but what is right. Kasi pagka ang usapan palagi is who is right, walang mananalo sa inyo. Palagi kayong panalo or hindi kayo talaga magkakasundo. Pero once you bring something like a topic or a discussion or a debate, tas meron kayong talagang pagbabasihan kung ano ba yung nasa operations manual, ano ba yung nasa handbook, or ano ba talaga yung mga company's rules and norms natin, ano ba sinusunod natin dito. And I think that's an easier way to settle any argument pagdating sa workplace.
Yeah, oo. Ano yan usapang HR na tayo. Yeah, usapang HR na yan, no?
Importante ba, di ba? HR.
Yeah. Yes. So, marami na rin tayong pinagdaan ng ganyan. So, I just don't want to, ano na muna. So, sa mga pinanggalingan nating work, lalo nasa Manila ako, talagang tapatan ng ano yan show me the evidence. Mga ganun ang labanan Pag nasa Manila ka, show me the evidence, mga ganun. I worked there, Mamayo, for 1 year. So, hindi ko rin nakaya ang culture. So, I wasn't able to conquer Manila then. So, I went back to Bataan. So, yeah. Isa rin sa na-mention kanina, mga delivers, pwede kayong mag-comment Ma'am Mira, thank you, Ma'am Ednaline.
Let us hear from you.
Oh, pwede kayong mag-summarize or, you know, something, Ma'am Jen, thank you, Ma'am Furley, thank you po, Ma'am Lynn. Pwede kayong sabi po, Ma'am Tessie, ng salamat, hindi naman po ako masyado may sakit, kaya lang basta may mga daramdaman si Doc. Kaya siguro mamaya magmi-meeting kami ni Ma'am Ayo, anong gagawin namin Naubusan ng energy si Doc. Kanina kasi Ma'am Ayo, may live ako. That's 11 to 12. Alam mo naman, sabi mo nga, pag nagla-live si Doc, hindi naman 1 hour lang yung kapalit ng tulad na, ayusin mo yung buko, parang magulo. Okay lang? Magulo. Hindi lang 1 hour yun marami pa tayong preparation. May taga-ayos pa tayo ng buhok. Oo nga May taga-ayos pa tayo. Salamat.
Blaster.
Yeah, pwede kayong pwede po kayong mag-message diyan Maganda rin sinabi ni Ma'am Naila kanina, Ma'am Ayo. Sa atin lahat sa recap tayo, meron pa naman tayo lang minutes. Personal branding. So, you know, pag nasa nasa field or manager, owner, or an employee, talagang merong point sa buhay mo that you really have to prove yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, for example, sa mga empleyado, kaka-start mo pa lang, prove yourself. Do something different. Lalo yung first few weeks mo, dapat patunayan mo you are somebody. That's your brand. Meron kang dalang brand sa sarili mo. Hindi pwede kasing hindi pwedeng hindi mo ma-prove ang sarili mo. Otherwise, you cannot win them. You have to win people. Lalo doon sa mga nasa top management, you have to win the people to earn respect. That's through your personal brand. That's very important, Ma'am Mayo. Ma'am Mayo, share lang ako Hi, Ma'am Rosemary po. Opo. Mag-share ako, parang nung nag-aaral ako sa Miriam College, Ma'am Mayo, ng PhD, di ba, yung Environmental Studies. So lahat sila mga consultant. Consultant talaga sila. I was the only teacher then na nasa academe. So parang hindi na ako pinapansin-pansin. Kasi tapos sila mayayaman, naka-Mercedes-Benz, naka-BMW. Pag nga meron kami pupuntahan somewhere like perong tour, doon lang naman sa city lang naman, sabihin nila sa akin, o saan mo gusto sumakay? Sa Mercedes-Benz or sa BMW or sa ano yung mga sasakyan nila kasi ako lumalang din naka-tricycle. So, ganun, parang I'm not somebody then nung klase namin. That's why I really wanted to give up then kasi parang iba yung feel mo na parang walang count. And there was a subject nung second sem na, Ma'am Ayo, para marine biology or parang ganun, something like that. So ngayon, titingnan namin sa microscope yung pangalan ng mga ng mga microorganism, like proteins and all that. So hindi nila alam ang pangalan. So ako lang nakakaalam because I was teaching biology then. So sinabi ko lahat ng mga pangalan. So ganun. Na-amaze sila. Really, you know that? Yes, I know all these things because I'm a biologist. So that's the start. I was able to win them. So yun ay simula. So mula nun, lagi na nila akong tinatanong. Akala mo naman, alam ko na lahat. Hindi nila alam, yung mali alam ko. So since then, tinatanong na nila ako. Ini-email nila ako. So, what do you call this microorganism that cause? Sasabihin ko naman, magre-research muna ako. Okay, these are the, ganon. Something like that. So, yeah, so you really have to prove yourself. So, you do your assignment as an employee, and especially if you are nasa management ka, department head, you really have to prove yourself.
Galing, ganda ng story, Doc. Para may naalala din ako, may time pa naman tayo, Doc, di ba? Ayan, mag-share din ako ng personal experience.
Mahaba pa yung time natin. Unless patay ni Ma'am Jen. Ma'am Jen.
Okay, ganito na may story. So, right after college sa Lasal, so, in 1 month, nakahanap ako ng work sa Avon Cosmetics Incorporated. But my assignment was in Ilocos region, sa among Ilocano. So, ang aming branch noon nasa vegan. And of course, I was young then. Tapos, ang mga kasabayan ko doon, syempre, yung mga matagal na talaga sa company, yung mga executives doon. Of course, you have to prove yourself nga, sabi mo nga, Doc. Sa umpisa pa lang talaga, hindi mo maiwasan, pero gano'n, they will size you up. And ang dami kong alam mo yung Doc, na tipong ginagawa mo umaga yung gabi para matutunan mo lang. Kasi part of what I needed to do expertly was to do the skincare and makeup. So, ang trabaho ko noon na sa branch sales trainer was to go to companies and marami ako pinupunta ng mga schools and companies. Tapos, after ko ma-training sa kanila ng product and about sales or anything, meron ako dapat yung makeup session. So, mahirap yun daw kasi syempre wala naman akong alam, di pa ako magaling mag-makeup. So, dapat tama yung stroke ng kamay mo, yung daliri mo, dapat third and fourth finger, but when you touch the face of your model, make sure na basta maraming consideration. And at one time, meron akong pinuntahan na isang company. Tapos magaling pala yung doon, makeup artist pala talaga. So tinitignan niya ako how I did it. And then at that time, sabi niya, you know what? Okay yung training mo pero mali ka talaga sa pag-skincare and makeup. So yun, dinibdib ko talaga yun kasi napahiya ako. Napahiya. But then I did my homework and I started really applying all of this. Inaral ko talaga paano mag-makeup. Kasi ang pinaka-weakness ko, Doc, hindi ako magaling gumawa ng eyebrows. Yan ang pinakamahirap kung bakit. Importante pa naman yan sa mukha. Because it set the frame of your face. So, dapat maganda ang pagkakaahit ng kilay mo. O kaya naman maganda yung pagkakalagay mo ng eyebrow. Di pa? Anyway, over time, of course, I was able to overcome that. Tapos makasama ko mga more than 30 franchise managers na talaga mga top sellers talaga sa Avon Cosmetics in nationwide ranking. Ito talaga yung mga milyonaryo na pag pumunta sa mga bahay, talagang ang lalaki. So, nung una, hiyang-hiya ko kasi young executive, parang magtuturo ko paano magbenta, paano mangolekta. Sila dito, ilang taon na sila sa field nila. But one thing I learned there, Doc, one thing I learned is we get better pagdating sa panahon and we get better with practice. So we can overcome our weaknesses.
Yes. So yeah, thank you Ma'am Ayo for that. Yeah. So ang hirap ng speaking of kilay, dyan din ako hirap Alam mo ba, Ma'am Ayo? Ano lang naman, funny thing. Alam mo, minsan, yung editor ko, hindi niya tinutuloy yung vlog ko. Ba't hindi ko tinutuloy yung vlog ko na yun? Dok, kasi naman po, hindi pantay kilay nyo
Kilay is life.
Kilay is life Tapos naalala ko Nung una kaming, speaking of, kwento ko lang, Ma'am Joyce, yung sana nanonood ka. Di ba, sobrang polish ng mukha ni Ma'am Joyce eh. Nung minsan, hindi niya na siguro matiis, bumili siya ng pangahit, inahita niya ako, sabi ko, Joyce, alam ko na eh. Isang araw talaga, ayusin mo yung kilay ko. Oo nga eh, Doc. But anyway, so, para lang mangiti mga delivers natin. Kita is life. Kaya, hirap na hirap din tayong ayusin. But anyway, mga experiences namin ni Ma'am Ayo, napakadami namin experiences sa buhay. Kaya alam niyo mga delivers, kung kayo ay nakaka-experience ngayon ng mga nakakatawa, napahiya kayo, walang nagtiwala sa inyo, walang naniniwala, we've been there. Galing kami ni Ma'am Ayo dyan. Madami kaming pinagdaanan, marami kaming iniyak. Hindi ko alam, Ma'am Ayo, kung umiyak ka. Ako, maraming beses akong naiyak.
Ay, umiyak din ako. Marami din ako iniyak.
Yeah. For all our experiences, marami pa. Lalo one time, I work in an NGO na basta marami pa kang pag-usapan ni Ma'am Mayo. Marami pa kayong experiences. Siguro, Ma'am Mayo, minsan na yan ang topic natin eh. Yung mga natin, try natin bukas yung mga painful experiences natin. Yeah, kasi yung nakikita lang nila ngayon, Ma'am Ayo, yes, si Ma'am Ayo, best-selling author, #1 Filipino book coach, pero ano ba yung pinagdaanan niya, di ba? So like si Doc, rockstar, vlogger, business coach, pero ano ba yung mga pinagdaanan ko? Baka pag nalaman yung pinagdaanan namin ni Ma'am Ayo, maiyak kayo. So siguro, Ma'am Ayo, mag-share tayo ng mga ganyan natin. Para lang din sa kanila that, alam nyo, delivers, maganda yung naririnig nyo na meron din pala sila mga ganung pinagdaanan. Marami, sobrang dami kami. Ako, personal, sobrang dami ko rin mga experiences na ganyan. Para para ma-motivate din kayo, ay, pinagdaanan niya rin pala to. Oo naman, pinagdaanan namin yan ni Ma'am Ayo. So siguro, Ma'am Ayo, sa bukas, ayan, pag-usapan natin, pwede ba yon? Delivers, okay ba sa inyo yon? Ito daw, keep moving whatever happened. Tama. Ma'am Ritz, thank you. Ma'am, Ate Jo, salamat tayo, Skonde. Thank you. Marami pa kaming
Contest tayo, Doc. Kung sino sa atin makapagpaiyak sa kanila.
Sige. Pwede ba, bukas, bukas ayan pag-uusapan namin ni Ma'am Ayo, Bukas ito yung pag-uusapan namin. Yung hindi ka maiyak. Ito, bibigyan ko lang kayo sample bago kami mag-end. Alam mo, Ma'am Ayo, there was a time pa nung sa Miriam ako, di ba? Dahil nga wala naman ako sa sasakyan. Nag-tour kami dito sa Bulacan, Mount Makiling Bay nandyan. Ano bang yung nasa Bulacan? Pinunta namin. Sorry. Basta may pinuntahan kami. Ecology kasi, advanced ecology subject, so we really have to see the ecology. Umulan. Ma'am Ayo, umulan Umulan, basang-basa ako. As in, basa. Wala naman akong payong hindi ako nagpapayong. Basa, as in, basa. Yung parang kaliligo mo. Imagine mo basang-basa po kayo, Tapos sasakay ka ng Genesis. Kung gaano kalamig yung Genesis, ang Genesis pa naman, marami o hindi mo naman nahihinto yung lamig dyan, di ba? Hindi mo naman hindi naman, imagine nyo po at hindi ka nakaupo. Baka maiyak kayo, Gilibes, pag nalaman yung nangyari kay Doc Gigi yan. Tour namin, it was late in the evening, dahil wala man akong sasakyan, nakatayo ka, basa ka talaga, tapos hindi ka nakatayo, anong gagawin mo? Tatalon ka na lang sa tapos nagugutom ka, nasisiyar ka, nauuhaw ka, anong gagawin mo?
Sana niyakap yung katabi mo. Niyakap mo.
Walang gano'n Ma'am Ayo. Walang tayuan lang. Wala naman nagpapaupo. Sa totoo lang, wala naman nagpapaupo talaga sa bus. Nawala yun walang nagpapaupo. So, isa lang yan sa mga isi-share natin, Ma'am Ayo. Bukas, padamihan tayo. Padamihan tayo ng experience. Bukas, marami pa kayong madidinig mga delivers na mga pangyayari. Okay, Ma'am Ayo, ano pa? Gagawin natin.
Naalala ko kasi basa may naalala din akong basa. O sige, nung bago kami mag-asawa, siyempre ng asawa ko, I think parang first year yon, Doc. Tapos bago lang siya sa call center noon. Tapos ako wala rin akong work. And then, of course, dinner time, kailangan namin ng pera. Tapos lumabas kami ng subdivision. Yung nirerentahan namin na bahay doon sa subdivision, maliit lang. As in lang, parang sa amin dalawa lang. So, umuulan, ang lakas ng ulan, may signal yata at that time. So, ang ginawa namin, naglakad kami, dala-dala yung payong, sweet kami dalawa sa isang payong, nagkasya kami. Naglakad kami ng mga ilang metro, para na makapunta sa nearest ATM machine. O sige, ayan na, on the way, basang-basa na talaga kami. Gutom na gutom din kami. Ikaw, basang sisiw lang ako, basang sisiw, na gutom pa. Pagpasok namin ng card, alam mo kung magkano lang na ilabas namin? 100 pesos lang. Balik na naman kami. Pagbalik, syempre hindi mo naman malabas yung 100 pesos di ba? Kasi 100 pesos ay nakalagay doon. So, lakad ulit kami pabalik ng bahay, wala kaming nailabas na pera at kami pa rin ay basang sisiw, na gutom that night. So, yung mga bagay na yun, alam mo, minsan matatawa ka na lang, pero actually, nangyari pa.
Yes, yes. Oh, yeah. Pag binalikan mo na lang, parang ano na lang, no, mamayo, yeah. Kaya nga kayo mga G-Libers, kung nakakaramdam kayo ng ganyan, lalo yung mga OFW, abay, day pa namin ni Ma'am Ayo OFW sa basa. But anyway, so bukas marami tayong maririnig na ganyan. Ma'am Joy, thank you salamat sa inyo sa YouTube natin. Thank you very much po. Ma'am Michelle, thank you. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. Sir Noel, thank you po Maraming salamat mga G-Libers, and see you 11 a.m. bukas and 8 p.m. Tingnan natin kung anong gagawin natin. Wait for further announcement kung imimix na ba namin yung 11 o 8 p.m. So malamang alas 3 ng hapon tayo. Hindi. Kasi po, yeah, alam nyo mga G-Libers, parang di ata talaga kaya ng energy ni Doc yung to live. So, magdidesisyon kami ngayon mamaya ni Ma'am Ayo kung anong oras namin gaganon yung sarili namin. So, wait for further announcement. Tomorrow siguro mag-a-announce. Mamaya mag-meeting kami ni Ma'am Ayo.
Oo. Tsaka magpa-poll ka, Dok. Magpa-poll ka ba kung saan talaga sila? Diba?
Opo.
But we wanna be with you, G-Libers, Rockstars. We really Doc Gigi wants to be with you, kaya pag-uusapan, isang matinong, mahirap na desisyon para sa kanya. Kaya mo yan, Doc. Laban lang. Of course, Doc, tomorrow, no, babalik si Sir Benito, the General Manager of One Media TV 44. Kasama natin siya uli bukas as a special guest sa ating segment. Okay? So, Doc, pagaling ka, uminom ka ng lemonade. Yung maligam-gam na lemon.
Yeah. At actually, ito nga yung pagkain ko, naghihintay na po. Kasi inom ako ng gamot I need to, kain muna bago inom ng gamot.
Rest well and have more sleep. Kayo din po mga G-Libers, matulog din kayo. I think that's it, Doc Gigi. I think it's time to say goodbye. And thank you so much for always watching us. And thank you so much for always engaging with us. Yung pinakamahalaga, we know that po kayo at nakiki-interact sa aming dalawa at sa ating mga guests. So, thank you so much. We'll be seeing you together tomorrow, okay, at 8 p.m. And don't forget to Rockstar Your Life.
Rockstar Your Life. Let's go. Thank you.
Bye, guys.